What's up, everybody? It's your boy Showtime Doctor. I got back into another Eden, so I figured I'd do a video on this game. I famously said probably 3.5, 4 years ago now, oh yeah, I'd love to be another Eden content creator, and then just kind of never did it after my first tips video. But I really got into the game lately. They just had their 4th anniversary update, had a bunch of stuff, so I came back for that, and then they just released an expansion now. You can see it up here, version 3.01, blah, 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 blah. So they just released a whole new story. They got a whole new system. So I'm going to kind of lightly go over what's going on in the game. If you're interested, I'll show you the banners and show you what's up. And some of the new features, and we'll just go from there. So let's go ahead and do it. Anyways, hope y'all been doing well. I know I'm not making videos much, not really a content creator. I still do my Twitch stuff, random games. Hold on. Bring this down just a smidge. Also, my green screen clearly isn't that great either. I got something I can do with it though. There we go, that's better. I'm kind of locked in this content right now. It's the Ogre Wars. I think it's like chapter 42. Turn it down just a bit more. Okay, so what I wanted to show you guys, go ahead and go to the dreams thing. In fact, I didn't even do my lone encounter today, so we might as well get that out the way. Then I'll show you guys what's going on all the banners. There's some actually really OP characters going right now. So, looks like a bronze door, probably a 3-star. Robot homie. Alright, and they got the encounter thing. I'm actually behind on it, so I'm probably never gonna get the 10 moon thing or whatever. But okay, I promised you guys banners, so... let's see, I don't think... Yeah, they don't have the 4th thing going anymore. That's too bad. Or you guys that like paid stuff. But anyway, so let's go over the banners. So there were a couple characters that were always very overpowered in this game. And 3 of them in particular. So 2 of them are on direct banner right now. Ava, she's ridiculous. She's basically ice damage, but she can also do crystal damage. Just has lunatic, just does an amazing amount of burst damage. Attacks multiple times. In fact, I actually have her in this party right here, so I'll show you without even trying. Just absolutely wrecks most bosses, but so I gotta turn her off because she'll one-shot everything. But so this skill, it's just like she buffs her own damage and does a heal at the same time. This one is just for party clearing. So quick clear, everyone gets mana. And Icicle Zorts, that's her main crystal damage spell, so I'll show you how that works. 1, 2. If there were 2 more guys, she would have done 4. As long as things are over 50% and she's on Lunatic. Lunatic's a first 3 turns thing. So let me show you her real fast. Go into her skills. So the way most of her skills work, Lunatic, it's a thing, it affects you the first 3 turns. She can also refresh it for an additional 3 turns after that. You're going to basically attack up to 4 times. So if something's over 50% after you hit it once, you'll hit it again. And then she'll hit it again and again. So the first 3 turns, she's just like crazy burst damage. If something's immune to water, you can go ahead and use Crystal. Crystal, I found, isn't quite as effective, but still pretty good. And I'm sure if you run her with the proper buffers and, you know, supports, she's perfectly fine as Crystal. So she still has utility there. So just a really badass unit. I would actually rank her right now. Probably the #1 unit to go for just because she's not up that much. And, oh, I forgot to do the... Okay, so there were 3 characters in another Eden that were either Japan only or global only. And I don't know who was what exactly, but Ava was one of them. So Ify is another one. She's right over here now in a banner. And both of these banners, by the way, they're going until March 28th. They've actually been going since like January something. So if you think, I don't have time to play another Eden, just can't whatever. Like, no, you got plenty of time to farm for these banners. So Eva's on this one. Tiramisu, also a good character, is on this one as well. Ify, I haven't built her yet, but I just got her. She's more of a super support. But she was also one of the I was only Japanese or global version. And then Phil actually, in her fully built version, actually does more damage than Ava. So you get either one of them, you're rocking right now on that banner. So I'll show you guys Ify real quick. And she's over here. So I haven't fully figured her out, actually, but I just know she's ridiculous stupid to run with people. If we look at it, some of her skills I've got unlocked here. Greatest one here, Shade type damage. XL, which is basically your biggest one. Ignore target defense, guaranteed critical. Already sounds stupid, right? Seance, it's kind of like a combo point stacker type thing. But what's funny is that's her DPS stuff, but she's actually generally better as a support. Party power, that's your physical damage, 50%. Intelligence, it's your magic damage. Speed, that's your attack speed. Cyclone Wind immunity, I've never actually seen that, but I'm sure it's like some badass spell. And then she also has a thing where she can take damage for other people and then gives herself a shield while she does it. So I can actually run her in the party and she'll stay up even though she only has like 1800 HP compared to everyone else that has like 3000 at least max HP. She has a couple other things. Blood contract. She can give lunatic to another character, which is pretty crazy. She can kill a character on your team and actually res them instantly. They keep their buffs and they also get a percentage of their mana back, which is also ridiculous. So long story short, preemptive attacks, that means attacks go off before speed. So she's just a ridiculous support character. Really good. If you can get her, you can crush a bunch of the in-game content right now. And then the other one is actually Melissa. As far as there were 3 characters that were either global only or Japan only. And she doesn't have her own banner right now, but she's actually on Minalaka's banner, which is a whole another thing I need to go over. I'll save that for a little bit later in the video. But as you can see right here, it's her and Melissa. So Melissa is I've started to build her, but I haven't quite completed her yet. Let me get to her here. Well, hold on. She's not that far down. She's like level 60. Okay, so Melissa, the cool thing about her is she actually deploys Flash Strike stance, which is basically everything physical gets a buff. So like if you do blunt damage, if you do sword damage, you do piercing damage, anything like that, that all gets a buff. And then she's also putting up resistances against magic, so pretty cool there. And then I haven't gotten her like super condition stuff yet, but basically you can see what she's doing here. Wind attack or crystal attack. So I could actually run her with Ava if I want to, if we're going crystal. And then she also has a lunatic kind of thing going on. Actually, she might not. There's a bunch of characters that do. I don't think she actually does. No, she does, yeah, lunatic. Lunatic's a thing that all the OP characters seem to get. First 3 turns are ridiculous. They can rebuff themselves. But she's increasing wind and crystal type attacks and critical damage, which is pretty ridiculous. It's just like a great amount of pain, depending on, you can run her with either team. But a lot of people, they run burst one-shot combos, so they establish all their buffs turn 1, because the aura lasts for 2 turns. And then they just go ahead and do all their DPS stuff in their super attack. So they can usually one-shot most things with her. So she's ridiculous. You got a good chance of getting her right now. So then, now that I've spoke about all that, we're going to go ahead and get down to the new character and the new stuff that just came out. Minalaka, which is a completely new character now. They pretty much put pets into the game. So they call them supports, I think, or something similar to that. But basically, you get her and you get her support, Tetra, which is right here, which I actually have. I just got yesterday. So I'll show you them in a little bit here. In fact, I guess I could show you. I literally just got her yesterday, so she's not built at all. So I'm not really going to be able to show you her easily like I could the other characters, but we'll go ahead and go down the ability board, see what's in the wings for us. So fire, restore HP, come down here, more fire. If enemy has resistance, increase skill strength times 30, which can be really ridiculous depending on the buffs you got. So, and you did read that right, times 30 damage. So the math's a little fuzzy in this game. It kind of does weird things, but that's still a huge multiplier. And then fire type resistance of user, so she can give herself resistance against weakness. All party members magic points consume minus 50%, which is also stupid when she's in any zone. Zone's a thing some characters can put down that buff certain things, like Melissa I showed you earlier. User's max HP plus 25, fire slash attack. And then she has a self buff that increases the multipliers. That goes off. And then you get down here to the good stuff. So XL single target times 3, which is ridiculous for fire. Pierces barrier and inflicts elemental break fire 3 stacks and inflicts pain. Pain's like a debuff. Doesn't do too much damage, it's a dot, but the main thing is there's a lot of characters that get bonus damage if pain's up on something. And strength increased depending on her stacks, max times 20. If target's health is 50% above, attack again, which is, as I showed you with Eva, gets really ridiculous. And then here you are, yeah, when target's in pain, times 2 damage. So, you see how ridiculous this can get. With her in a fire team. Now, I was telling you guys about the pets, so let's go ahead and get to those. Sidekicks, they're called. So I got the free one, which is Lord Ukulele. He's over there in the Fire Mountains. Actually not bad for a 3-star. He lowers intelligence and speed up to 5 stacks and earth type resistance. So if you're fighting anything with water damage, really good for that, especially if they're doing spell damage. He's going to give him spell damage. He's also going to give him speed. Now, that's not 10% multipliably, is from what I understand it. It's 10% of 10% of 10%, and it keeps going. So whatever that eventually adds up to. And then also, the higher level you get, you can give him equipment too, which I haven't actually found yet, but increases debuff duration, or excuse me, effect 45%. So he's a good little guy to have. You can have up to 2 pets. This is the one that drops with Melika, the lady I just showed you. It's pretty ridiculous going through all this, but apparently the new content's really hard, so we'll go over here. Auto skill, which means this skill basically goes off all the time. Magic attack on all enemies times 3. Restore all main and reserve party members' HP and statuses 20% on HP. When all frontline party members' HP is below 80%, gets an additional charge for the charge skill, which we'll go over in a bit. Skill increased by stats. Right now it's 13%. HP restore effect is increased 38%. So 38% of 20, you know, that's like basically 27%, I think. Whatever the fuzzy math is. So the charge skill, this is actually a skill you switch to and you use like the another force. So attacks all enemies based on user's restoration, max value 500, ignore target defense, restore our party member HP 100%, and revive KO'd allies and grant hold ground. Hold ground, I believe, is something where you basically don't take damage for a turn. I could be wrong on that, but someone was telling me he does that. When Minaka's in front line, she enters lethal mode, so she gets buffed even more if he uses that skill. And then Aura, Reinforce, or it's like a thing, you know, it just goes on either a certain person or the group. This one looks like single person. Activates when HP is 80% or below. A single party member that met active conditions, so anyone that goes under 80. Max HP and MP plus 25%, which is seriously strong. There's not too many HP buffs that I've seen in the game. And then they also take, or excuse me, they get more resistances to physical and magical. So already you can see this pet is nuts. So, and oh yeah, there's another aura, all targets. This is what a 5-star gets you. Activates during an atmosphere type environmental effect, so like fire, aura, that type of thing. All party members' physical critical rate 100%, all party members' magical critical rate 100%. So, from what I've talked to from all the experts that I've seen play this game, let's say you come back to the game and you don't have any of these characters I just talked about. So, Ava, Iffy, Melissa, and the new character that just came out with her pet. Most people, they're saying you should go for Ava just because she's been so rare and so hard to get. And then at that point, you can go for Iffy. You get Iffy, whether it's 4-star or 5-star. And then you come over here and you try to get Minika 5-star because her pet only drops when you get her 5-star. And then hopefully while you're doing that, you're also going to get Melissa. If you happen to get her and don't get Melissa, you can keep pulling for Melissa. But if you have any of those, what I was advised was Ava, Iffy, then Minika. And then if you want, go for Melissa, because Melissa's a little bit easier to get, even though she's not targeted that much, but she does seem to be up more. Otherwise, the other banners that are up, there's alternative skins. One's for Nikoko, who's a really good character. But I'm personally not going for it because I don't have Nikoko 5-star, so having an alternate, you know, it's nice, but it's not quite what you want. And then I honestly forget who this is an alternate of. Oh, Flame Lapis, yeah. Flame Lapis is actually a really good character. Just her base. Her regular... I'll show you that real quick. She's right there with the little blue in her hair. Third character running. So what I do most of the time when I'm running characters, so Mana Surf, Water's Nocturne, it buffs damage for water damage. This, it does AoE damage and provides MP regen. But what she has is this skill. Preemptive, that means that it's going to go first no matter what, unless you have another preemptive character in the battle. Water type magic attack on all enemies, XL, and guaranteed critical. So she also passively puts a break up. A break is something that they're going to take more damage from whatever the status effect is. So in this case, water. So I hit attack right now. And keep in mind, this character, she's only like level 50 something right now. She's not even max. I can't even get her past 60 right now. Look at that damage. It's freaking ridiculous, right? And it just always goes out first. You're not spending mana to use it. Really good character. So if you have her at 5-star, you know, you can go and play with that if you want to get her her alternative. Unfortunately, I have her 4.5 and the Coco 4.5, so they're not really priorities for me because I might just get those from a random pool. So the last thing that's going on, I can't really find a thing for it here, but I'll just tell you guys how it works. So you come to the game right now because it released the expansion to content, basically released really recently here. So if you get to about level 44, which is where I'm going right now, they're going to give you 1,000 free crystals as well as a free 5-star. Now, I don't have the banner up because I haven't unlocked it yet, but the free 5-star is basically a choice between a lot of these characters I already showed you and some other ones. So there's alternative versions of certain characters. And we can go over it later in a video. I know Will Max put out one for the characters he recommends. But pretty much if you play up to chapter 44, if you happen to be a little past 44, I think they make you go a little bit further. But at least if you get to 44, you get all that. So it's a good time to come back to the game. You got a month to keep rolling. Lots of free currency going on. They're giving you 70 free a day, not counting ads. Oh, also one last note for you people who play on Steam. If you're playing on Steam, you're not getting the ads. So normally, you know, you can come over here. There's an ad up here. I already did it for 10 crystals. You also get the ad after you log in for 20 more crystals. And then you got these ones, which are, they give you random stuff, but there's a chance to get more chrono stones with it. So you really can't go wrong. And you don't get that on Steam, unfortunately, because they can't market apps. And, you know, you want to watch the app ads anyways, because they're going to have the greatest hits, you know, the the guy that can't figure out he shouldn't stick the square peg in the round hole. The guy that can't get the treasure because he's always doing the loop thing wrong. The girls whose butts jiggle every time they fire a gun. All the greatest Gotcha ad hits, they're all there, baby. So, anyways. But that's just a quick update. I'll show you guys real quick the characters I have and the characters I'm building. You already saw my sidekicks. Those are the only ones I got right now. So, we'll just go over... Aisha, she's a free character, actually, you can get. A really good support for water or fire, amazingly. Ava, we went over that. Flame, we went over that. Mario, I heard she's not as good now, but her another style is still pretty good. Mina, I just got her. We went over her. Ify. Joker is part of the Persona collab, along with these three. Isuka, she's actually really good. When you get her, she's called Black Clad Swordswoman, I think, or something like that. But you start doing her story, and she's actually an amazing character. She does like I remember, it's like Shadow and something else. What is it? Earth, that's it. Yeah, so she does shade and earth damage pretty reliably. Puts up pretty good damage buffs and all that. I like her a lot. Also got Pizzica. Pizza's really good. Her auras are pretty crazy. Singing. Premia, she's alright. Radius, wish I had the AS version, but she's an alright tank. Vayna, she's a meme character. Skull from the Persona collab. And then I got a bunch of, like, actually, the best way to show it is actually like this. So... But just kind of like a bunch of greatest hits to where you can upgrade them because they were older units and then they'll become better. I have Nagi's AS, Annabelle, Thillalil, I told you she does really good damage. Melissa's getting worked on. Suzette's apparently good once you max her. And then we got like the greatest hits here. So for people who know the game, I'll just scroll and you can see which characters I got. Unfortunately at 4-star now. And there's like a whole gold mine here of characters. It's just a matter of me getting to them. The Chrono Cross collab characters here. And on and on and on it goes until you get to the bots and... What was it? The sisters? The Dark Elf sisters? There they are. These chicks. So anyways, that's what's going on, guys. And so if you feel like coming back, now's a good time, like I said. And that's going to be it for this video. So yeah, it's good seeing you guys. This is the gacha I'm really focusing on right now. I'll put out some content for it. Like I said, most of your questions can be answered by another Eden Wiki. So that's not really a hard thing to get. Don't have a fancy intro, don't have a fancy outro anymore. So I'm just putting videos out. Not even monetized anymore. Just making videos, so. Alright guys, hope you're doing well. Anyone who's playing, let me know, give me a shout out. Let me know what you're playing otherwise. We're trying some other games around. I'll catch you later. Peace. Let's see, I don't have any type of outro. What do I have? Video intro, let's see. I actually don't want to put that in because that's like copyrighted. I'll see you guys later.